just 90 euros in 14 days. We're going to show you what we did with a rental car in Sardinia. Check it out.
Retirement, the final chapter. These are the adventures of the Great Banana. Its one-year mission: to explore strange new foods, to seek out new pastas, and new ways to screw things up. To boldly go where no banana has gone before.
So this morning we are scouting out the train station because on Monday I rented a car that I need to be at the airport to pick up. And then once we have a car, we'll have a car for about 2 weeks and we will explore southern Sardinia, go to some beaches, have some nice hiking, and I'll take you along. See ya. Okay, so we rented a car. It was actually a pretty easy process. We went to the airport and it wasn't hard to get out. And came to the beach. And that rock formation up there is called the Devil's Saddle. Beautiful blue water. Interesting cloud. Nice. This beach is huge. Just massive. So we saw this field of poppies and it's just nice to be able to stop and you know, if we see something that we like to see, why not just stop and make it a part of your adventure. Alicia really likes fields of poppies. Reminds me of Poland. Can you imagine defending this? I mean, it would be impossible for the attackers to... The attackers would have just gotten slaughtered because you have to go through such a small little hole, and the defenders had this whole area to be able to shoot you with arrows or cut you down. And all these stones, even though they have mortar in them now, were back then had no mortar whatsoever. They were just stones laying on top of stones. Okay, I had to climb up that to get out. And now I gotta go up here. This is a pretty rough tour. Oh, we used to get turned around in here. Okay, so that was day 2 of renting a car here in Sardinia. Yeah, this place was really special, these Naraja ruins from people that were here over 3,000 years ago. And now we are here at a park, national park, that supposedly has wild horses. And the drive up here was amazing. It's spectacular. The roads here are so much more well kept than in Sicily. But yeah, absolutely beautiful. Everyone, this is day 3 of renting a car in Sardinia, and we have decided to come to the Argolis Winery. They produce a wine called the Tugilia. It's supposedly the top wine in Sardinia, and we're getting a tour from Marco, and we're gonna go have a wine tasting as well as a tour of where they actually store the wine in and the barrels and all that stuff. So anyways, we'll take you inside. This is also in the city of Sardinia? How do you pronounce it? Sardinia? Sardinia, the city of wine. So that's a good name for a city. Good place for a winery. Wow, this is a really tour of the production area. That's really cool. Glad Misty was able to come. So they're saying that the lower area that we were just in is only for the white wines, and they showed us some interesting vats that were made in concrete or encased in concrete, so it would stabilize the temperature a little bit better. And this is where the red wine is stored, and actually you can really feel the temperature difference.
You can also see the ceiling is completely different, and
you have to do like an image all new.
So this whole wine tasting tour is just for the Great Banana and Mrs. Great Banana. So they set up a nice little table for us here. Marco will be back with the wine.
We have some cheese. Toriga. This is the one we were waiting for. Michael, come on. Oh, this is gonna be good, but
Okay, and here's the one that we came for. This is the Toriga 2019, and this is their number one wine.
Toriga.
$81 for that bottle. Euros.
Wow, this is my wine. And I know you're gonna say it's not because it's the most expensive one. Seriously, it's just because it has a beautiful finish. It's just so smooth.
Okay.
And here's Misty.
And Misty is the connoisseur of
Snacks.
snacks. This is a 2023 vintage salami. Well, we left with a bag of goodies. So we got 2 late harvest wines. They didn't have the one bottle that we wanted, the red. It's a good thing though, it's pretty expensive. And we got their olive oil is delicious, and this thing called sapa, which is like a balsamic, but it's pressed with grapes, so it's really sweet and fruity. Anyways, that's it for our third day. I think we're gonna go and drop by the grocery store before we head back to the boat. Okay, so we are here on day 4 of renting a car in Sardinia, and despite the bad weather, we've still decided to come out and look for a hiking spot. So this is in some forest in the middle of Sardinia. To be honest, I have no idea where it is, so that's a little nerve-wracking. The way we chose it is we take a look at Google Maps and we first look for topography, and we look for mountains and things like this, and then we'll choose a theme like hiking, and it'll show us different hiking spots. I mean, the advantages is that we get to go to some pretty cool spots that have off the beaten path, but the disadvantage is that we are off the beaten path. I mean, there's not much infrastructure around, the roads are terrible. Yeah, it's you don't want to break down here. So we are gonna go for this little hike, and hopefully there'll be something nice to see. But it's about an hour just north of, straight north of Cagliari, in some mountains. And, well, cross your fingers. Hopefully we'll have something to show you. So on our way in, we saw some pretty big poops on the road. And they didn't look like horses, because there wasn't a lot of hay or fiber in them, and they weren't dry. They were wet, big looking poops. So if I had to take a guess, in Ontario, that would be like bear poop, but I don't think they have bear here. Now they have big warning signs here. I don't know what they mean. So I think I'm gonna get out my translator and take a look. Okay, so the sign just says, do not damage the plants. Thank goodness. But wow, this is really interesting actually forest. I think These trees are called cork oaks, and people harvest the trunks of them, but they leave the top. So you can see there's a cut there, and there's a cut here. And this is the cork. And then I guess they, I don't know if they ever regrow, but that's how they harvest the cork. This is so cool. I love finding things like this. Look at this hollow in this tree. Look how cool this is. Wow, look at this.
Did you take your backpack, baby?
So there's a tale behind that tree. It said that it was an evil tree that tore out its heart, but a fairy came along and saved it by giving it hers, and that's why the tree still lives with a split trunk like that. So, fairy tree. That's cool. A spring in the middle of a forest. Okay, I just noticed something. This is a weird puzzle. See if you guys can figure this out. The level of the water is neither rising nor falling. I swear this is magic. I mean, that would mean that the rate of egress has to match exactly the rate of ingress. That's magic. Wow, look at the view from up here. It's beautiful. I'm so happy. This has been on my bucket list. My very first foraged mushroom in Europe. And I think this is a cracked bolete. I think it's edible. I know it's not poisonous. But I'm gonna go back and do some research and I'll let you know what this is. But it's very odd to find mushrooms here at this time of year because it is quite cold still and damp, but I can just imagine this forest should hold a lot of really nice mushrooms. What a magical place. We're really happy we found this forest in the middle of nowhere. Sometimes we just get lucky and everything was good. We made it out, healthy, fine, no broken bones, no twisted ankles. So anyways, on our way home, we all saw something else that was really interesting. This is cool. On our way back, we ran into this interesting rock formation, so we decided to take a seat. Check this out. It's like a 2-story apartment. Wow, this is cool. There's even more back here. And this master ensuite features its own balcony. Wow, this is so nice. Someone's obviously had a beautiful fire in here. And look at that view, really cool. So what a great way to finish a great day. And that's it. We just drove the rest of the way home and started to prepare and plan for the next day. Hello and welcome to day 5 of renting a car in Sardinia for 2 weeks. So today we've come to this place called Grotto di Sumano. And it was a beautiful drive up. I'll show you some of the footage of our drive. And supposedly the cave is massive. It's an hour-long tour. It's supposed to go 9 kilometers deep into the ground. And they still have places that have been not explored yet. So we're looking forward to seeing it. And we'll bring you some footage. Indiana Jones, you ain't got nothing on the Great Banana. George, call me. Okay.
And that was the end of day 5. Another great day in the books. We really enjoyed our time here at the grotto. It's pretty cool. Sardinia seems to be living up to its reputation as a place of natural wonders and lots of outdoor things to do. So we're enjoying ourselves so far, and we will see you on day 6.
Welcome to day 6 of having a rental car in Sardinia. So today we've decided to look for something else. We've done grottos, we've done caves, we've done archaeological sites. Today we are on the search for waterfalls. Yes, that's right, waterfalls. And to get here, I basically just looked on Google Maps, tried to find a mountainous area, looked for waterfalls. A bunch came up, read the reviews. But I'll tell you, getting here has been really hard. It was supposed to be an hour and 50-minute drive, but you get to these roads like this that are completely washed out, and the car is just not doing well on it. I know it's a rental, but still, we'll get charged if there's scratches and stuff like that. We don't want to get a flat tire in the middle of nowhere. And now we're on foot. It says it's about another 30 minutes, so we'll see. But yeah, fork in the road, left or right, we'll let you know. Well, Google Maps kind of just ended back there, and so we're kind of on our own trying to find this waterfall. And I'm just gonna follow the river, see what happens. No, this is starting to look pretty sketchy. Like the trail has ended, and there's like I can't even call it a trail, a footpath. But we're still by the river. Not a lot of water, but we'll keep going. I don't think it's poisonous. Yeah, at least someone got to go swimming. Well, we decided to make lemonade, and we found this little sitting area and a nice little forest by the river, and we're gonna have lunch here.
No,
Look at us all dressed up and fancy. So this is still day 6, and as you know, we weren't able to find the waterfalls, but that's why they call it exploration and not sightseeing, and the Great Banana loves to explore. So anyways, we found out from another boater that he was going out to see some sort of concert, and Alicia looked it up and said, well, why not? We should go too. So she bought tickets online, and here we are. We're gonna go get a drink before this starts in about an hour. This is pretty cool. Right across from the theater is this little, I guess you would call it like some sort of apartment complex or something, but it's they turned it into this little piazza, and it's surrounded with little restaurants, and it's a nice night tonight, so everyone's out.
So after a nice little drink, we headed back to the concert hall, and we were led to our seats. Unfortunately, they weren't allowing anybody to record the concert, but it was really nice. And here's a little clip at the end where they did allow us to record something. So I figure this is as good as time as any is to say that I know some of these videos might seem a little boring, especially if you're not a big wine drinker, or you don't like listening to piano concerts, or watching a lot of hiking. But a lot of the stuff that I do is really for myself. I have a terrible memory. I'm not here to gain a lot of YouTube subscribers. I've got just over 100, and I'm happy with that. So anyways, if you don't like all this content, feel free to skip right through them, and hopefully I'll have some more interesting things for you to watch a little later on.
Okay, it's day 7 and we're here for redemption. Yesterday we failed in our attempts to go find a waterfall. That was really off the beaten path. Today we are visiting a castle ruin, and it's something that we spotted on the way to someplace else earlier. And it turns out that it's actually quite a famous archaeological site. It's called Castello di Acqua Fredda, which is Castle of Cold Water. And it's a bit of a hike up to the castle, so we decided to leave the dog at home. And anyways, I'll show you when we get up there. And this is the trek on the way to the castle up there, 13th century.
And last part, the keep, where there is at one point a rope on the ladder, because it's blocked by this rope, because for us it's not safe anymore. On the left there is no protection, but it's a large ladder. On the right it's closed by the rock, there is also a wall and a rope where you can hang during the steps. So you arrive there, there is a sign that says that you cannot go.
Hang on, did he just say a sign that says we can't go somewhere? You know what that means.
Mrs. Banana tried to steal the Great Banana's job. Ah, this must be the cistern tower. Okay, so underneath this is a big water cistern, and this would have been a big guard tower. How did anybody take this castle over? There's the hamlet. Yeah. Wow, you can just see the breeze come ripping through here. I mean, right here, there's no breeze at all, but you can tell by those bushes. Let's see. Oh, wow, yeah. The wind's rushing up the side of the mountain. Okay, people, you know what this means? Yes, sirree. Great view. Stay hold of the ropes. Oh, wow. Okay, I wasn't supposed to come up here, but I wanted to see where people were living, and I found this entrance at the side. I don't know what this was supposed to be, though, but maybe it's still under excavation. Anyways, interesting. I'm gonna go back though. Oh, you see? Careful. Glenn, this is an insurance claim just waiting to happen.
So we're going to end the video here. It's been a long one. I apologize. And I'll leave you with some pictures on what happens next week in our conclusion of our 14-day car rental in Sardinia. I'll give you this much. It doesn't start out very well. Thanks for watching, and I will hope to see you guys all next week.